All right. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? That wasn't random, but I guess confirmation. Um, it's funny, man. You never know what's going to happen, but it's confirmation because what's been in my spirit lately is, honestly, one of the things that Myron Golden first started out on his YouTube. He was talking about Elon Musk, and he was just basically saying, hey, if Elon Musk, whose net worth is over $270 billion, if Elon Musk, whether you like the man or don't like the man, gave you his notes, his blueprint on how he became a billionaire, right? The question becomes, would you follow his steps or would you try to create your own? And I think this is where most people that I encounter, they struggle. Let me tell you why. Let's say that you've been a chef your entire life. You've been knowing how to cook, whether you are a legitimate chef or you just been learning how to cook. Back in Louisiana, we don't measure nothing. We don't measure. We cook. We don't write down recipes. We just cook. How much seasoning you put, I don't know, until my hand feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the way that we grew up cooking. I mean, I learned from my aunt and my grandmother. It's just a thing, right? I don't measure anything. If you ask me how to, smother this and do that, I mean, I can give you the basis, but in terms of seasoning, I can't tell you. I just until it looks right. That part, you know what I'm saying? So imagine, and this is a true story. Now watch. Imagine, being from down south, and I mean, you cooking. You've been cooking all the time, and then somebody tell you you've been doing it wrong. You look at them and like they crazy because you've been doing it for so long. And what people don't know how to define that moment. That moment is called ego. That moment is called ego. Your ego will not allow you to listen to nobody else because hell, you've been doing it. People have been telling you your food is amazing, and here's somebody gonna come tell you you're missing something. Your ego will say to hell with it, and you're not going to even think twice about that person until one day life happens, and then that same person who told you you were missing something decided to cook the meal for you, and you happen to taste it, and you be like, wait a minute. And it was so simple. It was just one. They didn't tell you that your food was bad. They just was telling you if you would have did this one extra step, you would have taken your food that's already at a 9.5, 10 to a 20. Just by like that. Life-changing moment, valuable information. That's exactly how I feel sometimes. I think people sometimes think that I'm challenging you as a business owner, that everything you did was wrong. I know, no, no. Hell, you probably have an amazing product. You probably offer a service that, hell, I probably need. Let's be honest, right? You probably have all the things right. You're just missing something. You're just missing something to take your business from making $100,000 a year to $500,000 a year. Just in your structure. Because why? There are things that you are going to encounter that you don't see. And I think that's the crazy part, right? People ask me all the time, Dwayne, like, who is the easiest client? I hate when they say easiest client, because I think everybody, is. Nope. Let me give you this example. Yesterday, what's the minimum amount of months in business to qualify for a Stripe loan? You can open a business today and qualify 3 months. So yesterday, we took my granddaughter and my nieces and nephews. We took them to this old dinosaur place yesterday. It was some convention. And we took them over there yesterday to play, have a good time, not even thinking twice about it. And, everything seems to be all right. But what I noticed in the dinosaur place is, man, you got to have patience. That's a lot of kids. So my grandchild wanted her face painted. Okay, we took her to get her face painted. And I'm looking at all of the kids in the line, and I'm talking about, you got some calm kids and you got some not so calm kids, and then you have those kids that be like, that couldn't be my child. It was kind of one of them moments, right? And as humble as can be, the lady who was painting her face, I said, you love your job? Now, first of all, her face looks like she doesn't want to be there. But I asked her a question and it let me know where she was coming from. I said, do you love your job? She says, I love my job. I said, you have to have a lot of patience with kids. She literally looked up. She said, it's not the kids. It's the parents. And she said it so I felt it in her soul. And it's true. Because you know why? We don't want nobody to tell our children nothing. We don't want nobody to tell our children nothing. And some of us, God forbid, your child can literally throw a chair across the room and you're going to say that they didn't mean it. So I felt that. So what am I saying? When we're talking about structure, even when you have a great idea, it's not it's never the information that's holding you back. It's your own ways that you are always holding yourself back. And that could be a number of reasons you do that. Number one, right? You're living in a situation that's probably toxic. So it's frustrating you to where you can't think clearly. You are an impulse person. What do I mean? You buy everything and you make decisions off of impulse. You are a person that don't plan, or you're probably a person who feel that you know it all. We have those, right? It just is. Self-sabotage is a real thing, right? It's a real thing. So we're at the convention center yesterday, and I'm looking, I'm watching. That's all I do. I look, I watch, I just think. And then I come home last night. Me and my wife, we having conversation. Come home last night, and then I'm telling you, it's doing this in my head. Dwayne, why is everybody concerned about how much the percentage rate is for the Stripe loan? And it stuck me. I did stay dead smack in my track. Why is everybody concerned about the parameters of the Stripe loan? Why? Is it valid reasons? Maybe. But why? Which led me to this. I don't think people really understand what goes into funding. I don't think people know how to pay a loan back. And I don't think people really understand the purpose of a loan.